All right, guys, here's Moon Pie. I know it's been quite a while since I've done a video. I could give 100 excuses. I've had 1,000 things going on. It's been a weird month, I'll say that. Again, had a lot going on. But anyway, none of that matters. Here's Moon Pie. I'm about to clean this truck up. It is filthy. This truck has sat at my house. It's sat at Tim Dixon's place. Been a lot of work done on this truck, a lot of metal work, a lot of mechanical work. I could not even start to tell you what all I've done to this truck. As far as today goes, and yesterday or the day before, I put a carburetor on it. I went to Edelbrock, took the quadrajet off. I think it was, I think the quadrajet was a little too big for this motor. It was overloading. I took the quadrajet apart. Everything looked good. It was good and clean. Put it back on, and it would run good. It just didn't want to idle good. It was just dumping fuel. But anyway, there could be a couple things wrong with that quadrajet. I'll just have to look at it. But Mr. PIB had a good Edelbrock here on another motor. I threw it on there. It's doing great. I adjusted the cable on this Turbo 350. It shifts great. Of course, the cable has nothing to do with it shifting. But as far as dropping down as you're driving, you know, dropping gears, going up hills and stuff like that, or when you need to pass a car or whatever, passing gear, it does really good. It does better on this Edelbrock than it did on the quadrajet. I put a set of spark plugs in it today and a speedometer cable. So I told Mr. PIB the other day that this thing will be ready this weekend as long as it didn't do Moon Pie crap, and then it did. So the U-bolts had kind of worked themselves loose. Now, I've never really had to retorque these things, but evidently, you know, once you take the U-bolts loose, you put new ones in, they do recommend you retorque them. I didn't know that. I've never retorqued them. I've tightened them up and never had an issue one, and I've done a lot of these trucks, guys. I could not tell you how many of these trucks I've done as far as lowering them, and oh my goodness, the OBS is just from start to, I mean, I could not tell you how many of these Chevrolet trucks, not just square bodies, but Chevrolet trucks that I've put U-bolts, lowering kits, lift kits, everything in. I've never had to retorque U-bolts. So once you drive them, crawl back under them and make sure they're tight. Again, I've never had an issue with it until this one. It started, you put it in reverse, and when you first give it gas to back up, it would squeak and kind of felt like the rear end was moving a little bit. Same thing in drive. Now, other than that, it done really good running up and down the road. Never had any issues. But anyway, recheck those U-bolts, guys. Once you put them in, install them, and you drive the truck a little bit, recheck them. This truck is, again, guys, it is filthy. Those wheels are filthy. The truck is, it may not look as bad in the video, but it is nasty. So I'm going to clean it up decent. I'm not going to do a full-on detail or anything. Mr. and Mrs. PIB, I'm sure, will clean this truck up. That's stuff that they like to do, but really good old truck. This thing has had a lot of time, a lot of money thrown at it. Mr. and Mrs. PIB saved this one, so that's another one added to their list. Show you my 56 real quick. I got this truck out again today. I drove it yesterday. Really good running and driving truck. Most of y'all have seen this truck if you watch my channel. 1956 3100 truck. It's had a lot of suspension work done. Nova clip, NASCAR style swing arm rear suspension, 5-lug disc brakes all the way around. I did put OEM style disc brakes and stuff in the front. It's got obviously rear disc brakes, adjustable coil-over suspension in the back. Whole bunch of work, whole bunch of time, whole bunch of money's been thrown at this truck. Just like most of them, really low mile, 4.8 4L60. Again, I don't know what kind of miles are on it. That's what I was told when I got the truck. It's supposed to be a real low mile motor and transmission. And this truck was done years ago as far as the LS swap. Now, when I got it, I had to go back through the fuel system. I put fuel injectors and stuff in it because it had set a while. So I went through all that. Truck runs and drives out really good. I got the power steering put on it. Now I'm going to have to kind of play with the lines a little bit, guys. But as you can see, that is a CPP Vega box. I don't know if you can see my U-joints there. I've got 2 U-joints on that thing. So the one on the box is a Borgeson. Borgeson, am I saying that right? I don't know. That is a dampener. So it's got rubber in that U-joint, and it sort of acts like a rag joint. Obviously, it's not as good as a rag joint. It's not going to take all the vibration out, but it will tone it down a bit. And when I'm talking about vibration, I'm talking about what you're feeling in the steering wheel going down the road. So that should take a lot of that out. That thing was pretty expensive, probably $60-something. Taxes and getting it to my door, but anyway, it's on there. The other U-joint, just a standard steering U-joint, double D U-joint, 3/4 double D. Everything worked out great. I've still got just a little bit of adjusting to do on my shifter on the steering column, but it works just fine. Like I said, I drove the truck down the road yesterday. I drove it again today. I'm really starting to like this truck again. Not to say that it's going to stick around forever, but I'm starting to like it again. You never know. I might sell it before I get it done. You just can't tell. I wish I knew what that said. Do not something. Maybe scrap. I don't know. I wish the whole truck was this color, because I would penetrol that or clear coat it or whatever, and probably put a brown or a green interior in it. I love the look of that rear fender. Like I said, especially the old writing and stuff on it. But anyway, doesn't matter. The truck will either be satin black or red. And if it's red, it'll probably be some kind of patina. But anyway, again, y'all, if y'all been watching my channel for a while, you know the fight that I've had with this old truck. It's been one thing after the other. But anyway, it runs good. It drives good. Power steering is on there now. I've been kind of concerned with that as far as trying to work out the rear steer subframe on this truck. If you're doing one of these trucks, I'll say this: if you're doing even the older style, it doesn't really matter. For some reason, I thought everyone wanted the rear steer subframes, but the more research I do, I think the front steer is the way to go. And what I mean by that, this is a 67 to 69 Camaro, or a 67, or not a 67, a 68 to 74 Nova maybe. They were all rear steer subframes. Obviously the Firebird, 67, 69 Firebird or whatever. But then the, I think a 70 to 81 Camaro was front steer, and then the Nova 75 to, Lord guys, 77, 78, 79. I don't really know much about the Novas. It's not really something I fooled with much. But anyway, front steer subframes. I believe that would be the way to go on one of these trucks. But again, this one's working really well. It steers good. I was pleasantly surprised out on the highway. I hit a curve or two, nothing extreme, but it seemed to handle really well. So I'm happy with it. But again, I will get back around to it. I've just kind of been playing with it and wanted to get it out and drive it a little bit. It's been a while, and I've done just that. So I feel better about it now. I've got to order a few more things and try to get some color on this truck. But all right, guys, let me get back up here, clean Moon Pie up. I'm running out of time. Got to get that truck cleaned up. I think Mr. and Mrs. PIB may either come and get it tomorrow, or I might take it to them. I don't really know what is going to happen just yet, but either way, I'm hoping this truck gets to go home tomorrow. I will clean it up and do another quick video of it, and I'll show you the inside and stuff. I'll get back with you in just a few. All right, guys, so here's Moon Pie cleaned up. I believe it's ready to go home, as long as it makes the trip to Athens and doesn't try to do Moon Pie stuff. I've been aggravating Mr. PIB about this truck. It seems to have a mind of its own, but in the truck's defense, this truck's set for a long time, set for many years. I really don't know how many years, but our friend Stacy had this truck for quite a while. So it sat at his place, and then it had sat somewhere else prior to him buying it, if that makes any sense. So when he bought it, it had been setting. It was not running and driving. I think Stacy kind of had it running and yard driving. But anyway, we've done a whole lot of work to this truck to get it back on its feet. And that's what happens, guys, when you pull one of these things from their grave and you start moving them around and stretching stuff back out. Stuff starts breaking, stuff starts acting up, and that's part of it, guys. And that's when you're looking at buying stuff like this, especially up at the Rod Run, talk to these guys that you're buying from. Ask them if the truck has been sorted out, and by that I mean, have they been driving it? How long has it been done? If you're buying one for yourself that you want to keep, you don't want to run up and just grab one that someone's drug out of a field and threw a hot battery on it and some gas. And if you are buying that, take that into consideration on what you're paying for it, because this stuff gets expensive. When you start going through all the brakes, the whole fuel system, all the little knickknacks and stuff here and there, trying to get gauges and stuff working, trying to fix the interior, it costs a lot of money. And people just they don't take that into consideration. They'll see these trucks that are for sale and people want big money for them, and think that they can pump the tires up and throw a good battery on it, and after it's set for 20 years and get it, half-ass running, and it's worth big money. And that's just not the case. I mean, it costs a lot of money to make one of these old trucks dependable. But I'm pretty confident in Moon Pie. I hope it acts well today. We've touched about everything on it. I washed it yesterday, so this is the next day from the first part of my video. So it kind of got dark on me last night. Typically I like to run these trucks up and down the road, sling the water off the wheels, and then take a terry towel or terry cloth or whatever and wipe the wheels back off. All I did was move it from the top driveway down to my garage last night, so the wheels are a little bit spotted up where some of that water set on them. I had wiped them off, but just the little bit of water that's kind of up in the lug nut holes and stuff, it's slung out. They've got a few little spots, but again, Mr. and Mrs. PIB, they'll get this truck cleaned up and looking like a new one. They've got a real knack for that, so hopefully get this thing to them today. I guess I'm just going to drive it out there to them, and the biggest reason is just to make sure everything's sorted out with it, make sure it's going to do right. I don't want them getting out to Athens and breaking down. I'd rather, if somebody's gonna sit on the side of the road, I'd rather it be me. So, but anyway, the truck cleaned up good. Still needs some work. It's not exactly done yet. He's going to have to find him some pieces for up here. There's some in the floor, but they're pretty bad shape, and the clips are broke. Probably needs the little pull handles as well. These down here, that's just some old ones I had laying around, and I painted those. They're not perfect, but better than what was on it. What was on it was just falling apart. So there's a few cans of spray paint that I painted that with. I painted this. That needs to be painted, I guess, that little piece there. Still some interior work to do as far as painting and cleaning up. We went ahead and put the rubber mat and stuff back in it. All the kick panels was out. The door panels have been off. I mean, this whole interior has been out of this truck. I've took the dash out to fix that radio antenna over there. There has been a whole lot of work done on this truck. But anyway, I like it. I think the old truck's got a real good look. However, I'll be happy to see it go. I'm tired of working on this truck. I've done a lot to it. I've pulled springs out. I've put springs in. I've cut. I've bent. The springs that are in it now are new springs. But anyway, just trying to get that ride height just right. And I think it looks really good where it's at. I like the stance of this truck. I'm sitting here trying to think of what we've done with this thing. I think it's got a 3-inch spindle, 1-inch springs up front, and then the rear is a flip kit with a 1-inch lift shackle. So let me just kind of back up and you kind of see. I mean, it may have just a very, very, very slight rake, maybe just a wee bit higher in the rear than it is in the front. But I like it. It doesn't rub, it doesn't scrub, it rides down the road good. You can hit bumps and stuff. Your damn wheel's not coming through the inner fenders like a lot of these do. This truck nearly rides and drives just as good as it did before I started lowering it. Now, if you wanted that rear end lower, you could just put a stock shackle back in it. Not that big of a deal. The lift shackles are a booger to put in, but putting the stock shackle is not. The reason the lift shackle is hard to get in is because you sort of have to change the geometry of that rear leaf spring that's been in place since '84. So you're fighting against that spring to get your 2 bolts lined up. But anyway, flip kit and a 1-inch lift shackle on the back, and it's 4 in the front, I believe. So I guess you'd call that a 4.5. All right. Just stay tuned on Mr. PIB's channel. I'm sure he's going to be doing a lot of videos on this truck. I'm sure he's got some stuff he's wanting to do to it, and I can't wait to see what he does with it. Guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. See you later.